In an age where video games were dying, a little round and meek heroic plumber, along with his brother, unexpectedly saved the world of gaming. Nintendo had already been proving its ambitions in Japan, but now it was time to change the world. When a character named Mario stepped onto the scene, his presence was immediately felt. From referee, to doctor, to sports star, Mario has done it all. Today we look back at the Run DMC of video games, Super Mario Bros.
Welcome to Old School Roots, where we dissect retro games and gaming subjects. A show that's half fact, half nostalgia, and all gaming. Join us as we take a trip back to the golden era of gaming. This is Old School Roots.
On 13 September 1983, Nintendo launched the Family Computer, or Famicom, home video game console in Japan. It was known outside Japan as the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES. They then distributed the system for launch in 1985 in North America for $299 USD. The practice of bundling the system along with select games helped to make Super Mario Bros. One of the best-selling video games in history. The player takes on the role of the main protagonist of the series, Mario. Mario's slightly younger brother, Luigi, is only playable by the second player in the game's multiplayer mode, and assumes the same plot role and functionality as Mario. The objective is to race through the Mushroom Kingdom, survive the main antagonist Bowser's forces, and save Princess Toadstool. The game consists of 8 worlds with 4 sub-levels called stages. The final stage of each world takes place in a castle, where Bowser, or one of his decoys, is fought. Players are given a certain number of lives, and may gain additional lives by picking up either a green 1-up mushroom, collecting 100 coins, defeating several enemies in a row with a Koopa shell, or bouncing on enemies successfully without touching the ground. 1 life is lost when Mario takes damage while small, falls in a pit, or runs out of time. The game ends when all lives are lost. Super Mario Bros. Was the successor to the 1983 arcade smash hit, Mario Bros. The game was designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka, both of whom belong to Nintendo's former creative department. Unlike in Mario Bros., where Mario would be hurt by stomping on the turtles without first flipping them on their backs, Mario could defeat turtles by stomping on their shells. The developers had decided the previous method had been illogical, and thus began the modern image of the Mario Brothers. Upon its release in the United States, Super Mario Bros. Stood out as the first original adventure game. Until that time, no other game possessed its scope, size, or vision. Super Mario Bros. Gave children, and some adults, a window into an imaginary world that previously could only be reached through books and movies. Unlike books and movies though, a player was invited to participate in the story being told. This created a unique experience that challenged dexterity and stimulated thought process simultaneously. Sure, there have been numerous video games before this one, but none of them had a cohesive story that worked beyond a movie tie-in or an original plot. Also, very few games had a beginning, middle, and ending, albeit Super Mario Bros. Has a primitive ending by today's gaming standards. The title single-handedly set the standard for platform gaming as it stands today. Mario was originally portrayed as a portly plumber who lives in the fictional land of the Mushroom Kingdom with Luigi, his younger and taller brother, originally from Brooklyn, New York. Since his first game, Mario has usually had the role of saving women in various capacities. Despite all these characteristics, it was Mario's mission, theoretically, that made the player endeared to the character. Unlike other heroes, players couldn't readily identify with Mario, but his quest to rescue a princess or damsel in distress made for a fresh take on games. Hours could be spent searching the original game's nooks and crannies. Children of all ages, and some adults, took great delight in exploring the Mushroom Kingdom. There were numerous secrets, power-ups, and sections to seek out. A player could exhaust hours on end finding everything in the original game. In the golden age of gaming, the overall goal of most any game was to obtain a high score. Through collecting coins, eliminating enemies, and ending a stage, points are awarded. Where modern games are story-driven, they mostly focus on things other than having an overall score. Games like Mario Bros. Gave the player a score, which was earned through the player's hard work and skills. This score operated as a personal calling card to other gamers. When at school, work, or other places, one could boast of the score obtained to others to illustrate the skill they possessed. Furthermore, the game usually let you put 3 character initials consisting of letters, numbers, and special characters to cement the player's status. As a game, Super Mario Bros., for a time, was the epitome of gaming should you have obtained a high score. As was customary, mostly due to technical limitations, once you ran out of lives, the game was over. You had no continues, no saves, and no code to jump back to your last area, making games of that era genuinely difficult and required a high level of tenacity and patience. Mario's influence can be felt in not only gaming, but other mediums in many ways. He is one of the few characters of his original era to not only have relevance, but frequent game releases. In addition to this, TV, movies, and other games all pay homage to his persona. Mario has appeared on every console Nintendo has produced since his original appearance on the Nintendo Entertainment System. His franchise spreads far and wide with games like Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, and Mario Olympics, to name a few. The lasting appeal of the Mario Brothers looks more than bright as fans of his games still show up in droves to purchase anything with the lovable plumber's name on it. With good reason, as Mario games present a level of polish and enjoyment dating back to his original games in the arcade. Mario Brothers are set to be a mainstay for as long as Nintendo makes a flagship gaming console. From his humble beginnings in Donkey Kong, to his more recent outings in Super Smash Bros. And Super Mario Bros. Galaxy, Mario and his brother Luigi, along with their many friends, have brought joy and entertainment to many gamers the world over. With that being said, it's the original and nostalgic romp that paved the way for almost every game as we know them today. It could be said that if things went a bit different for the industry, or if Shigeru Miyamoto envisioned these lovable characters as something less, gaming as we know it today may not even exist. One thing is for sure, Mario and his brother Luigi have made the world of video games, in a word, well, super. That's it for this first ever Old School Rules. Join us here at Gaming So Spectacular next time as we cover the nostalgia of arcades. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as usual, if you can't be good at it.